The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. I don't know if it's the episode hot, but it's cold everywhere else. Another hot episode of HBCU. It's your boy Pooh Bear. I got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. Chilling, my boy.
Oh, we good back over here, dog. We don't want.
Man, I don't even want to hear it no more. I hoping misery love company. Listen. I have. If I can scrounge up one Kool-Aid pack right now, bro, I've been drinking so much water. It's because we didn't ran out of everything else. We were only expecting to be locked down for maybe 2 days. It's almost a week. Well, I'm exaggerating.
Yes, you are.
It's been since Monday though.
It's like 4 days, bro.
That's still. Have you met my kids? God, that's like a lifetime, bro. I am stuck. I'm
just glad my kids going back to school tomorrow.
Speaking of that, we got the call today. They are out of school again tomorrow. They're gonna have to make up for it on weekend or something. Golly. But
my kids been virtual since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tell me how much work they done did. None.
Dylan did some work today. I'm telling you, I know he's bored. I know they're bored. He literally was up last night. It was 11 something. Man, I'm bored. Then he was like, "Daddy, what's this word?" I said, "What?" He passed me a thing. It was like pronouns. It was like nouns and pronouns. Identify. He was like, "Daddy, what about this?" It's like this adjectives and adverbs. He said, "What's the difference?" And I was having this. Now I realized, I thought about it. I said, "Go to sleep. Leave me alone. Go to sleep."
You ain't 11 o'clock. We ain't doing English lessons now,
bro. He was doing it. And then he got up. He had to do. He was doing math today. Matter of fact, his teacher. I had to write his teacher to get his little login information. His teacher said, "I'm so proud of him." I said, "You just don't know. You do it out of boredom." But man, look, we got a special guest. We don't want to take up too much of a time. Returning back. But first, man, let's go ahead and get our sponsor out the way. Give a shout out to our sponsor over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag will be back in 1 minute. BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. And we got Kirch. Kirch is back. You know how they do it in the South. Kirch. We got Coach back with us. Coach Aja Sims-Fletcher, head coach of the Talladega College gymnastic team. Thank you for joining us again, Coach. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
joining us.
All right, let me ask this. Have y'all got any of this snow in Talladega?
So we were actually on the road when the winter storm hit. So we competed our first meet at Florida, the University of Florida, on Friday, then flew to Nashville, and we're supposed to compete on Monday. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh, that's fine.
And then, one second.
Got that motion light. You better move.
Well, that was really embarrassing. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh no, you fine.
They turned off the lights on me because they're like, why are people still at work? But yeah, we were about to compete at the MLK meet against Fisk, and they shut it down. So we had a ton of snow. We actually got snowed in Nashville. We just got back yesterday.
Oh wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of snow.
Yeah. Yeah, I told my story on here the other night. I decided I was gonna be, super dad, go get, we were running low on milk and a few hours. I go grab some milk, go to Dollar General. And I went to Dollar General and I was like, bet, lights on, people in the parking lot. Got to the door, said closed for weather. Okay. I'll just go back home. Let's just say I ain't make it up that hill. Well, the car didn't. I did. I had to walk back. And I ain't tell you the most embarrassing thing about that, too. I forgot to tell you the most embarrassing thing. When you walk in snow, you slide and your foot slides, right? I had my rain boots on, so my foot was sliding. But when you're walking, you slide like that, you twitch. So I'm walking down the road with butt shaking, kind of twitching.
Stop it, bro.
And my hair long. So
Stop it, bro.
From the back, I know
I get cat called.
I know I was about to get picked up, bro. I was about to get picked up. I was gonna get a ride home one way or the other.
Oh man, this dude crazy, man.
Car slowed down. They seen that beard. Hey,
but you didn't tell me though when you told me the story. Like I assumed that you had got the milk and that you went home.
The store was closed. That's the made it work. Anyway,
you didn't tell me that part, dog.
That's the worst part
That
about
is
it.
too
Oh
funny.
man, that's crazy, bro.
All right, Coach. Coach, I do have this question for you because you did mention, y'all had your first meet in Florida. Has it hit you yet? Your role in history now being the head coach of the second HBCU to have gymnastics. Has it hit you yet?
Crazily enough, it hasn't. I still just feel like I'm on this train, making sure we get this done for the girls, this done, get this done. Like I still feel like I'm on like this continuation train. I think it'll hit at the end of season because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't even nervous for the girls at our first meet. I just had this calm toward me, and I was like, we're here, we know what we're doing, and we're here to compete. So I was actually more just kind of making sure, hey, next time we need to do this better. But I did have some moments. I did enjoy the moment with the ladies at the end. We were like, wow, we made history. And then that first competitor, Sydney Hubach, to start us off, that was a little bit emotional. But besides that, I wasn't really nervous. I was just like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. We've been training. We need to show them. Let's do it. I think I'll get more full circle at the end of season.
So last time we talked to you, you were still kind of like you said there wasn't much to do yet, but now, I know your schedule is filled up a little bit more. But just take us through kind of how it was building the program, getting your girls in, and things like that.
Yeah. So when the girls got here in August, it was just a lot of team building, just really putting a bunch of strangers in together to build a whole team in 2 months. So it was a lot of team building, a lot of just trying to make sure our culture was set. And then on the other side, I was getting leotards made, getting apparel sent, trying to get their schedule finalized. And so finally, now that January is here, just continuing to make sure we can compete smoothly, travel smoothly, continue to just update our fans on just where we are, when we're doing, help boost alumni, letting them remind them that we're here. But then there's also just the other part of just the operations day to day that gets a little bit busy, right? We're still practicing a little bit farther away. Our gym's not quite finished yet. So lots of trying to drive them to practice, drive them back to practice, wearing the coach hat, wearing the mentor hat. But it's fun. I really don't. Every day's different. There's always a plot twist every day.
What's the most unexpected plot twist so far?
Oh man,
Was
gosh.
it the getting snowed in on Monday?
That was definitely a plot twist. I mean, we made the most of it. The girls played in the snow and we took some pictures and some leotards and like had a cute snow day, but we were so ready to compete, especially my girls that maybe had a mistake on Friday at Florida. They were ready to go out there on Monday. We are like, Coach Asia, we are ready to show them. And now we don't get to show them. And I was like, hey, hold on to that fire. Like, we got next week. So
Yeah.
they're ready. But yeah, it did kind of kill the buzz a little bit. But we had a cute little snow day, little hangout in Nashville.
If you gonna get snowed in, that ain't a bad place to get snowed in, though.
It's not. It's not. I'm jealous. But hey, tell me about your team. Because it's a variety of young ladies from all over, international as well. Tell us about your team.
We have a very diverse group of young ladies, variety of different ages as well. We have about 11 freshmen, 5 upperclassmen, 2 international, one young lady, Kiora Peart Williams, she's from Canada. Jamelia Duffus, she is from Jamaica. We also have another young lady who's a 5th-year senior, so a little bit more experienced and has been a huge leader on this team. Alondra Maldonado, she's from Puerto Rico. So we are just getting all the variety of just culture in our team. I think that just helps us bond even more because the girls can relate to that and just kind of build on each other's differences. But we also have a lot of different personalities. I don't know if y'all saw some of our floor routines on Friday, but we have just some nice, beautiful, graceful, rhythm girls, but also some that, bring that HBCU flavor. So we're excited. We're excited to celebrate this inaugural season and just let y'all see our excitement. I felt like we brought a lot of excitement at the meet that, maybe people weren't expecting. So we were just out there having fun.
Yeah.
I was going to try to come to Nashville. I was looking forward to it, but of course, like you said, the snow. And I realized that as I was walking down the street, trying to pick up a ride, I was like, dang. And then I was like, maybe it got canceled. But Maldonado, I've kind of, looked up, came from Iowa State. What kind of, I guess you could say, what kind of advice is she able to give some of the other ladies, being that she's, a little bit older, has competed and stuff? If I'm not mistaken, she was it Big 12, like Dean's List or something? So
she brings a lot of experience and just kind of just guidance to the younger ones, especially when it comes to competing in a huge arena, right? A lot of these young ladies have never competed in collegiate gymnastics, which is completely different than what they're used to back in kind of their high school years. So she kind of reminds them, even though us coaches also are there, but kind of reminds them like, hey, just be where your feet are. You're going to see a lot of fans at you that you may not be used to, but you're in this little bubble. We're in our little Dega bubble. And so just reminding them to stay calm, but also have fun. She's done a great job as well with just reminding them the student athlete balance now that they're not used to balancing, a lot more college schoolwork with gymnastics, and our travel schedule is a lot. So she's been really, really helpful on that piece.
Coach, I'm kind of starting to understand a little bit more about gymnastics as I follow, y'all and Fisk. So I know like the scoring system is kind of confusing to a lot of people, me especially. But I think I'm starting to kind of get a hang of it. So y'all's team score, I think, was like 173, 176, somewhere in that range.
We
I don't remember
actually
exactly.
went up after our last competitor. I think we went
Okay.
187. Yeah.
Oh, okay, big. Okay, yeah, I made a big jump then. Okay, so one which is pretty. That's actually a pretty good score for your very first meet. So, like, what's some of the goals y'all had going into that meet? Did y'all have like a target score, or was it just go out there, have fun, and compete?
Good question. right, competing from the SEC, we definitely had some target goals coming from a D1 program. But I really wanted this team, this inaugural team, to not focus as much on the score.
Gotcha.
Yes, I had an idea of where I thought we would have landed, but I really just wanted them to go out there with no regrets. Go aggressive, show them your energy, show them your power and your grace. There were a couple hiccups along the way that brought our score a little bit lower than I thought we were going to start off with. But wow, I'm never disappointed in how we started. I think where we are is the very baseline. We're just going to keep going up from there. I think this team can easily go 190 or above every meet. So we're really excited for that.
Now that your first meet is out the way, and you talked about, kind of learn some. What are some, I guess you could say, some lessons learned, not necessarily routine wise, but as a coach, that you're able to kind of guide the girls?
Yeah, it just reminded me that, right, not every athlete is coached the same. How I may have approached a certain person the exact way I need to approach them right before they compete. So kind of just learning their different styles of what they need right before they compete was a huge eye-opener for me this first meet as a head coach. And then just reminding them that they have done the work already. I don't also need to overcoach at the meet. That was a huge one for me. It's like, wait, let me back up. Yeah. They know what they're doing. Let them figure it out and let them ride and own their moment. Because as much as I loved doing gymnastics, I am not doing it anymore. But as a head coach, that's kind of what I've learned that first meet and going into this season of let the girls kind of lead as we get to the season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to kind of ask you. How do you balance, the coach versus the mentor versus like just being an encourager for them during the meets and things like that? Like, how do you know when to coach and when to just kind of encourage?
It is so specific per the young lady. Some of them I actually ask them, I'll be like, hey, do you need fire or do you need like ice? Where I'm like cool, collected, like, hey, go do one more and let's have some fun. Or do you need fire? Like, look, you need to squeeze your toes, point in your feet, do this, remember to finish, stay tight. So I think as I continue to learn each and individual young lady throughout this season, oh my gosh, the sky's our limit. We are just going to excel so well. And also me and my coaching staff as well.
So I've been paying attention, been kind of, watching a little gymnastics, learning. There's a new rule now. It's like when you finish, you can like step back and then gather yourself and it doesn't deduct points or something like that. Is that right? At least on the vault.
Well, yeah. So, right, you salute to start and then you want to make sure, you can take a second. But the key is you don't want the judge waiting too long. Right. But yes, once you salute, get yourself together, get going. And then once you finish, you do have to hold for at least 2 seconds before you run off to your team and high five them. So little details like that. We've got a lot of little details throughout our sport that are sometimes missed.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing some of the like deductions that, people take off is like, oh, her toe wasn't pointed exactly right or something, or the feet weren't tight. And I was like, what? I never would have paid that any attention.
I didn't realize that there were the lines on the mat for the vault and that you got the center and then you could be off. I didn't realize that. I thought if you just stuck the landing, you stuck the landing. I didn't realize you had to stick the landing and be in the center. You know what I mean? Like, so technical and so precise that I didn't realize.
And that's the part that we would try to remind the ladies, right? Like our sport, we really strive for perfection, which is almost impossible most of the time. So as long as they go out there and go aggressive and think about their technique, most of the time we're going to get really close to perfect. That's just the way we practice. But practice makes perfect, and we don't try to be perfect, but it'll just happen if we do what we practice.
I mean, if you're talking about 190s, that's pretty close to perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys, if I'm correct, I looked at your schedule. Most of your meets, you're kind of together with Fisk. Was that kind of by design, just to kind of help acclimate you guys, or what was the idea behind that?
That is actually not very usual. It actually kind of just magically happened based off of our schedules and availability. So
Okay.
because we are still NAIA, Fisk and us, we are the only two collegiate gymnastics teams that aren't NCAA yet. Whenever an NCAA school invites maybe us or Fisk to a meet, they always have to have another NCAA school there. So usually instead of having 3 teams there, so right, the host team, another NCAA team, and maybe us or Fisk, they usually want to make it a quad because it's usually a nicer feel and fit at the meet. So I think what happened was we kind of joined in on a lot of the same meets, not even by purpose, but just kind of by accident, since our season was so last minute building for our season. But it's going to be fun. I know we see them like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun competitive little rivalry going there.
Oh, definitely. Love, we gonna support each other, but when we on the mat,
Right.
Oh yeah. Things change when you get between them lines and you get on the vault and everything. So how do you go about kind of deciding which girls are gonna do which events whenever you go to a meet? Because I know you have some all arounds and then you have some girls who kind of have their specific events.
good question. So right, 6 girls go up on each event, but only 5 scores count.
Yep.
So every practice, we remind them you are continuing to earn your spot in that lineup. So say for floor, I've got maybe 10 girls that train floor. Every week, they know they're starting fresh. And us coaches look at their performance throughout the week. And then when we get to the meet, we let them know if you made the top 6. And if you're, going to be help pushing the lineup, even if you're 7, 8, you never know what happens. You still got to be ready just in case someone gets sick. So that's the case for every meet. We kind of take it week by week, and the lineups may change or they might stay the same. But yeah.
Do you train your girls in every event, or do you kind of like let them pick their certain events, or some girls want to be all around, or some girls want to just stick to certain events?
So most of these ladies come from high school like training where they just train all 4 anyway.
Gotcha.
But as you get a little bit older in our sport, some of them become more specialists just because they may have some achy backs or achy ankles and can't do bars or can't do beam anymore. So you kind of start becoming more of a specialist. But usually you train all 4 events. And then depending on the weekend or whenever, you'll have an idea if you're going to train, at the meet 4 events or 2 events or 1 event. But yeah, most of the time they're all arounders coming in to college.
You're muted.
My bad. That's fine. I was looking at the schedule. I know you guys have an event at home and stuff. Have y'all started? I'm pretty sure, but have you started preparing for that, getting ready, and kind of if that's like the one?
It has been so busy. I'm going to be honest. We are finalizing some details on that next week. So shout out everybody. Look for some new info on our Instagram next week. But we most likely will probably sell tickets at the door, sell t-shirts, and have just a whole big party. But it will be more of like an inter-squad feel, which means we won't have another team there. It'll just be our girls against our girls, kind of a battling out. But that also just helps us train them for the next meet. But there will be real judges there, real scores. So we still want everybody to come out and support. But yeah, we're excited. We get to kind of show our Talladegans that, what we do.
Now I was also looking, there's one more, it's like a 3-day event in Nashville.
That is right.
Yeah. So will you guys be competing every day, or is it kind of like there are certain days you compete? I'm asking because I'm coming.
No, this is good. These are great questions. I actually just found out yesterday that we are going to be in the Saturday session, but I haven't confirmed yet if it's morning or evening. So also be on the lookout for that. But that is going to be a huge meet with a lot of other college teams that are going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I did confirm, I think we are the Saturday session. Perfect. I just have to figure out the time.
Perfect.
I just need to know where I can go ahead and order me a Tornado Gymnastics t-shirt from, because I'm looking at that meet y'all have in Louisiana at Centenary, and I plan on taking my daughters to that one. So I need I need some gear for that one so we can rock out and represent for the Talladega Tornadoes.
Definitely. And yes, I know that has been a popular question. Just for everyone to know, y'all can go to our athletics website page. It's like a BSN link, and you can actually click on, I think it's like the shop or the store, and there should be some awesome material there as well. We're also going to always try to sell some gear every time we travel. But we thank you all for the support. I know sometimes we don't have it all connected yet, but thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna have to cop some of that merch because we're gonna be rocking that whenever we come down there.
Yeah, go Tornadoes!
Speaking of support and stuff, I want to talk about your family, your home support. I know you post on Instagram and stuff the times, your downtime and how much time you get to spend with the family and stuff. How is husband adjusting to this situation? Because I say situation because I know it's hectic and crazy. So how is he adjusting to being able to, I guess, flip out with you?
Y'all know he is.
See what I did there?
He is the absolute best, y'all. I promise. Like right now, right? It is 8:30 on a Thursday, and he has probably just been waiting for me at the house, made me some dinner. Like, he's so supportive. I owe him like the world. I literally could not do this job without him. Between taking care of our dog, taking care of everything at the house, and I'm just like, hey, I'm still at work. So he's huge supportive. He actually went all the way to Florida, drove all the way to Gainesville, then went all the way to Nashville, then drove back in the snowstorm. So shout out to my husband. Love you. He's the best. And my parents as well. My dad, he lives in Orlando, Florida, and he went to the meet and drove to Nashville or flew to Nashville. And I have literally the best support team ever. And I could not do this role without them. So yeah, it's a lot, but it takes a village. So this is like my new baby, and they get it.
That's awesome.
That's dope.
That is awesome. And you got anything? Because I know I want to come cut the lights off on her again.
Yeah, man. And she need to get home to her husband.
Yes.
But nah, my last question though is how can people follow y'all, the team, and support the team?
Yeah, if everyone could please continue to follow us on our Instagram. That is our major source of just putting information out, and our Facebook page, Talladega College Gymnastics. And if there's anyone that ever wants to be able to help, how can they donate or help the team even with practice, we have an Amazon wish list. It's on our Instagram page as well. If they click on the Linktree link, that has a list of just different things like practice bands and wrist guards and sweat bands and all these other things that the girls always need and we use in chalk and snacks. So if anyone ever wants to donate, please click on our Amazon wish list as well.
That's actually like a really good idea
Though.
Yeah. Well, I ain't going to the wish list. I'm gonna go to Sam's and I'm gonna get y'all some of them No, I'm gonna get them the juices, not the juices, the fruit bites. That's what we get a football team.
Hey. Okay, the girls would probably like those better than what the snacks I put on our wish list.
But no, that like seriously, that is like a genius idea to do the wish list. Coach, I'm so excited to for everything y'all have going on. I was looking forward to how like Monday. I was ready. I was so upset as I was switching down the road. But look forward to the next one's on the 26th.
Correct. We'll be at Southeast Missouri.
SEMO.
Yes.
SEMO. All right, we're looking forward to
I see February 11th in Shreveport.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, and I'll be there on that Saturday in Nashville, cheering you on. If it's morning or evening, we'll be there. We will be there.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming on again. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some rest. Stay warm.
Yes, thank y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, no problem. Everybody, that was our favorite Alabama athlete, Coach Sims.
For real, bro.
Oh, man. every time. I always enjoy it. I really have started watching gymnastics more and kind of keeping up, trying to learn. Like the scoring system.
Only reason I'm trying to learn, my daughter trying to become a gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
Like the doctor finally cleared her for athletics. So
Let's go.
As soon as she got the call from the doctor, she called me and said, "Daddy, you know what that means, huh? You got to sign me up for gymnastics now." So I didn't even get out the parking lot from the doctor. Called me talking about some sign me up for gymnastics.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's dope. We do got a few more things to tally up and talk about.
Tally up. I see what you did there.
Let's jump to it, man.
What's going on?
Off, FAMU
in Talladega.
FAMU in that's funny, Talladega. In Tallahassee. FAMU is
that's what I meant. I said Talladega. I'm tripping.
They are now on or have resorted to a coach search committee to find their next head coach. We did hear from Coach Roll, I guess today. He is not looking. He didn't like the idea. He made statements on social media, basically said that I wonder if this the same committee who offered me the I forget the it was a SIAC. I can forget the school. He said offer me that job. I was like, interesting. But yeah,
man, it's a soap opera down there, dog. And like I thought Texas Southern was bad, and it was bad, but I expected FAMU's coaching search to go a little smoother than this.
Completely agree. Completely agree. I thought I'm a reserve judgment. I know we kind of hear some things behind the scenes, things that we can't necessarily, we aren't privy to, speak out with everybody. But I will say, we say all the time about optics and perception. Adults, it's a lot of adults not being adults, and people want to talk about how things should go, talk about who is and who isn't qualified. There was a basketball coach that they had to replace, the women's basketball coach. She was able to get that, make that pick. And if I'm not mistaken, the women's basketball team is doing better this year. Not necessarily perfect, but they're doing better than they have been in a while. You got to let her do a job.
Oh yeah, I mean, she was hired for a reason, man.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden she's unqualified and she's not. Come on, man. Come on. Like I said, I'm going to reserve judgment. There are some people within that community, within the FAMU community, that on social media doing a lot more harm than hurt. So,
yeah, social media can be great, or it could be destructive, man. It's like fire, bro. You know, in the right hands and used in the right way, it's a wonderful tool.
Mm-hmm.
But used in the wrong way, it could be very destructive. And I just hope that this situation turns out for the best and it don't end ugly, man.
Yeah. Speaking of and getting ugly, whoever it is becomes the new head coach is going to be behind the 8 ball big time. Yeah, JT says it literally could not have gotten any worse. Any worse than where women's basketball was. So,
fair point.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying, they're going to be behind the 8 ball. They've already lost Coach Rispers. There was I forget another coach who left. 2 more coaches who have kind of take another job. Coach Troy Johnson and the defense coordinator, Ryan Smith, architect of the Dark Cloud defense, taking opportunities elsewhere. So, yeah.
It's going to be tough to build a staff this late with signing day right around the corner.
Yeah, and commits are leaving as well. That's what's hurting.
Yep.
That's what's hurting. FAMU will be all right in the long run. They'll bounce back, but yeah.
I mean, will they be all right in the long run?
It's gonna be a while. I think it's gonna be
who they hire a coach, right?
That's true.
I mean, so I think it's a little presumptuous to just throw it out there that the FAMU gonna be all right. I mean,
I'm saying in the long run. When I say in the long run, I mean if this could have been handled quicker, you know what I'm saying, the staff could have been held together. Maybe they may not necessarily make it back to the Celebration Bowl, but they, you know what I'm saying, they don't fall off.
Correct.
You know, now we looking at like a complete rebuild.
That's what I'm saying. So
and so
they got to do a rebuild. Are they all right?
They'll be all right in the long run. I think that.
You saying after the rebuild? I got okay. I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, for instance, you know, you have some schools that have a good year, and they might not bounce back for a decade, 2 decades.
I'm with you.
I don't think FAMU takes that long.
I'm with you.
So, yeah. That's where I'm at with that, man. I know a lot of people are basking in this
drama.
I'm not one. I hate what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and stuff. It's gotten to a point where I'm almost about to like mute any word like on Twitter.
I've already started muting words, dog.
Yeah.
The letters AD muted.
Yeah. Tennessee State, you know, they announced last year that they are getting their hockey team or going to bring a hockey team to HBCU. Why is my thing is terrible right now? They're bringing the hockey team to, saying would be the first HBCU hockey team. They have named their first director of hockey operations, Mr. Nick Guerriero. He's been on staff for the last 3 years. If I'm not mistaken, this will be year number 4. He's been there since 2001, working with the football team and in a similar role, but he's now taking over as the director of hockey operations. And according to not just him, but the Tennessee State hockey Twitter account, a head coach should be named very soon.
PK Subban.
I like it. That'd be dope if it was. What's good, Zach? I'm with Zach on this.
Hey, me too.
I need them to drop them jerseys so I can order one.
That would be fine.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
That's a good question.
D-Lob asked the question.
That's a good question.
Can college hockey teams fight? Tennessee State can't. I can see it now. Tennessee State better not. As soon as they drop them gloves, at the game.
You know how normally in hockey when you fight, you go to the penalty box.
They gonna put them in jail. I'm sorry, that's wrong, but
they gonna eject them boys, bro.
Nah, but nah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be dope. That's one thing I can say that I've seen. Regardless of your college affiliation, everybody has said they're excited about this team.
Exactly, funny, man. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to see it, bro. I like the fact that we're getting to see some of these inaugural seasons in these sports, by gymnastics, hockey, and HBCUs kind of growing their I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Athletic
The amount of sports that they offer. You know what I'm saying? Making a larger variety of sports available to the HBCUs.
Yeah. I'm still, like you said, like Zach said, I'm looking forward to that jersey though. I'm getting one, and I'm going to a game. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna try to go to a Nashville Predators game. Take Dylan, because he was talking about it, like hockey and stuff. So Sweet Newt said over on the number of darker persuasion players. This is what I do think. Like gymnastics at, like, you know what I'm saying, like at Fisk and Talladega, I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more. So here's something. At one time there were, I think, 5 black hockey players in the NHL. 3 of them were on the Atlanta team or something like that.
Thrashers.
Yeah, on the Thrashers. So I don't even know if they even still got that team.
They don't.
Yeah. But yeah, so I do think we'll start seeing more black hockey players, at least, you know what I'm saying.
Oh man, you starting to see a lot more now though, bro.
Yeah.
It's a few of them in the league now.
Yeah. So
shout out Seth Jones.
Yeah. PK Super. That's my dude though.
He ain't playing.
I know he a commentator now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be up there wearing no Michael Irvin jackets on NHL tonight when they be talking about it. Be up there wearing them. The way he be talking like Robert Griffin III though.
Yeah, he is.
He be.
Yeah. It's the reason why he play hockey.
Oh man. Hey, so I do got something I want to talk about that I didn't think was as controversial as it was, but all of a sudden, you already know I'm finna talk about now. It became a huge issue. Howard displayed their new Jordan wall. Yeah, and it's for those of you who hadn't seen it, Howard University displayed a wall. It's basically like all the colorways and all the Jordan PEs that they wear. Oh yeah, we can, Zach. We can. Zach said, "Can we go ahead and start that hockey podcast?" Hey, why you playing? Why you play? Hey, let's get it.
We can call it Black and Blue.
Hey, I like it. I like it. There you go. There you go. But Howard has their Jordan affiliate, you know, wear Jordan apparel, and so they had a wall with pretty much all their Jordan shoes that they wear. They displayed it. I think Nice Kicks picked it up on their Twitter page. But after that, it became nothing but hate. It became nothing but like all these I guess you can, I don't know if you say closet race, because it was openly, it was
hate.
A lot of hate. I mean, it was terrible. Somebody said, oh, all the education, you know what I'm saying, they got, you know what I'm saying, and this is what they choose to spend their money on. And it's like, do you not understand?
They got a 25-year deal with Jordan, bro.
It's wild to me. I didn't understand, and I realized not everybody understands that they have they're sponsored by Jordan.
Exactly. Not just no 2-3 year deal neither. It's a 25-year partnership, bro. Like you can't. You think that they really paid money for this? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, somebody, you know what I'm saying, is this bulletproof?
What?
Yeah, they say it's the acrylic bulletproof. They said, you know what I'm saying, local robbery and all. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, it was terrible. Terrible. Everybody liked that Black and Blue. Edwin got he got the theme music and everything.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
let's make it happen.
We got to make that happen. Next up, man, Damon Stewart. Damon Stewart, former Alabama State quarterback, he finds a new home. He committed to Southeastern Louisiana.
Yeah, it's a interesting fit, but I wish him nothing but the best.
You nice. I want to talk about this. You say interesting fit. Lateral move or is it step down? No offense to Southeast Louisiana. I know, you know what I'm saying, our man Blake went there. Was that a good move?
I would say that's pretty lateral.
Yeah.
I mean, Southeastern has made the FCS playoffs. You know, they've had some good quarterbacks like Cole Kelly and things like that. But I just don't know if they're the same team that same program that was a few years ago when they had quarterbacks like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure the exact reason he left.
What you mean you don't know the reason why he left?
Oh, well, I don't.
Andrew Body.
Andrew Biden wasn't this if Andrew Biden, but Andrew Biden ain't commit to he didn't even watch college till he left.
You don't think that? Come on, man. You don't think Andrew Body, like, dude had word that Andrew Body was coming there or was thinking about coming there?
He decommitted. I'm sorry, he entered the portal almost a month ago?
Damon Stewart?
Yeah. Well, no, it was weeks ago, several weeks ago.
Was it that long ago? I thought it was like a week ago.
Nah, it's been longer than that.
Or 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3. I thought it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I don't know. Zach says, to be fair, they've developed better quarterbacks than Alabama State recently, but it's still a lateral move. I can give them that.
Move, but yeah, they done had some good quarterbacks through there. Like Cole Kelly was that dude, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a step down, but I do think I think he shouldn't have left. I don't think so. At this point now, it's a moot point because
he gone now.
But yeah. I think Rich Colley got the best out of that deal. You got anything else, Ed? Something we missed? I'm trying to think or trying to look.
Now we could talk about the schedules and stuff like that on Monday.
Yeah. I tripped out. I'm tell you what I forgot to do.
Shout out to Spellman though for that $100 million donation they received.
Yeah. Spellman got a $100 million donation. I don't know if they said it's anonymous, but wasn't the largest single donor donation?
Yeah, it was alumni donation, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they said who it's from?
Who?
The donation is from businesswoman and philanthropist Rhonda Stryker and her husband William Dunston, chairman of Greenleaf Trust. She's Stryker has been a Spelman College trustee since 1997.
You said Miss Stryker. You said it came from her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
They're adopted.
Real.
Yeah.
For real. But yeah. Shout out to them for that though.
Yeah, that was huge.
D-Live, we need to bring back more swim teams. I think he might be on something now.
Yeah. Yeah. Howard swim team is doing very well. They were just in the Bahamas, if I'm not mistaken. They were just in the Bahamas. That is huge. There was a not well. We gotta talk about that. Your boys, Graham. I know we're gonna talk about the schedule, but they put out the uniforms they're gonna wear for every game. But they left the Bayou Classic He said to
Oh,
be
yeah,
determined.
yeah,
They gonna bring out something new.
They ain't
Something
gonna
red.
announce that yet.
Gonna bring out some red, something new.
We'll see.
All right. Trying to think. Basketball heating up. I ain't even look at the end of the I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Because I can't go, I ain't looked at no basketball because I want to go to an A&M game and I can't go. So I ain't even looked at the basketball.
Most of the games, we talked about most of the games Monday.
Yeah, because they had Monday. Yeah,
they don't play again till Saturday. So, but yeah, it's been. Well, I think there was like North Carolina Central put up 110 or something like that on somebody the other day. North Carolina Central women, but I think I ain't seen nobody else play since then, since our last show.
yeah. I was looking earlier. Hampton was beating Hofstra, and then let Hofstra come back.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know what the final score was, but I do know they were up by like 15. I checked again; they were down by 5 with like late in the game. So,
But no, I don't have nothing else, bro. That's all I got.
all right. We gotta figure out how to get these fan calls so we can start letting people call it. Well, I'm scared to do that. I'm scared to do that over here.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have that button on that remove caller.
So quick. Jay White said that A&M had a championship swim team in the 80s.
See, we need to bring it back, man.
Mm-hmm. Said 3-2-24 event center at A&M versus Bama State is a sure sellout. I like it. I gotta hurry up and get ready. Talk to I got hit up. I got B Brian, so I can see about this UAPB game.
Yeah.
Edwin said 110. That's Ben Job's SU number. Wow. What are you talking about?
North Carolina Central putting up 110.
Oh.
What they women did on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Who they play? I don't even know. I know who they didn't play.
Somebody like North Carolina, some Bible Christian college in North Carolina.
Okay, I know who it wasn't. It wasn't Norfolk State.
Oh, right.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't them. Well,
Coppin been balling too.
Yeah, Coppin has been balling. Man, we got so much like good basketball going on. Like especially in the MEAC.
Yeah.
It's wild. All right. Edwin says when he was in school in the 80s, I used to wonder why SWAC didn't have swim teams.
I'm wondering why that now. So
that's a good question. Because most colleges have a pool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily Olympic size or whatever, but
yeah.
Most of them have schools. We definitely can swim. So
I think we need to see more of that too. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of fairly inexpensive. Travel will be your biggest thing.
Yeah.
Of course, your scholarships and stuff, but that's a unisex sport, so you ain't necessarily got to worry about Title IX.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. How soon do we see pickleball make its way to?
Stop it.
I'm serious. Because it's gaining steam. As much as I don't want to admit it, it's gaining steam.
Well, cornhole gonna be next.
It will be. I don't think it'll be. Well, no, I'll take that back. I was going to say, I don't think it'll be necessarily popular amongst HBCUs and stuff, but I take that back because See, I knew exactly. I knew somebody gonna say that about especially pickleball. He said, "Don't knock it, Ant." He said that shit fun. Yeah,
I ain't never played pickleball, so
I don't know. I know it's a. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds. It looks like ping pong in larger size. Like instead of playing on the table, you standing up playing it on a smaller tennis court. So
yeah.
But
I don't know. I might have to go play it and see how fun it is.
Yeah, it's at our age, man, it'd be fun. You ain't got to move quite as much.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So it's a yeah.
That sounds appealing when you put it like that.
Yeah. And especially we starting to see with tennis, you got a new young lady that's been tearing it up. Is it Alicia Parks?
Yeah. HBCU Media Pickleball Tournament. Oof. I gotta get in shape first.
I'm in shape. I'm just the wrong shape. That's the problem.
I gotta get in shape first before we talk about that, Blue.
Man, let's go ahead and get up out of here because we started talking about pickleball. I brought up pickleball and got everybody started. Ed was trying to get everybody. We're gonna be swim. You know what I'm saying? Have some swim teams going.
I ain't nothing wrong with that.
I do like that idea though. I do like that idea. Give me more swim teams and more gymnastics.
For sure.
I'll be good with that. Sweet Noop said, if he's not mistaken, Southern used to have a swim team back in the 60s when his dad was in school. I'm gonna tell you what, like talking about this swim, you know what this reminds me of? Remember that movie Pride with Terrence Howard? Swim team. I think that was in Baltimore.
I think so.
Yeah. And Evan Ross played
yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't no dude name, but I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get up out of here. We'll be back next week. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, follow, share. Thank you again to Coach Aja Sims-Fletcher for coming through, blessing us with all this good information about gymnastics, Talladega gymnastics. Y'all make sure y'all go and support. You know, send them some. Anything helps. So, all right, here we go. All right, I'm sorry, I was looking at. All right, man, let's get up out of here. Like that, we out. This show was presented by betonline.ag.
Bring me my money.
Why is tripping?